That was awful.
They spent like a quarter of the episode on the
There's nothing else
guy.
to say.
All right, fellas, we have episode, I think, number 6 of Percy Jackson. Yes. We take a zebra to Vegas is the show title there. So let me get that on screen.
Honestly, I'm scared of this one because someone I know who read the books much more recently than anyone here said they butchered this episode.
Oh no, that does not sound good at all. Oof, that's rough. Okay. All right.
The proper term is that they Disney-fied it.
Yeah, let's see if it gets that true D+ rating here on this episode.
Okay, so they got rid of the pedo voice.
Guess we're about to find out.
Sounds like they got rid of the pedo voice. Good. The only other thing so far is that like that dream or the equivalent thereof in the book, he forces that himself. And like that is something that even shocks Kronos. So I don't know. It's a small detail, but eh.
I mean, we'll see how the episode progresses.
Okay, pause for a second.
Slow clap.
Yep.
So they completely forgot to establish Percy can talk to horses and equestrian animals. Well done.
Like I said, slow clap.
To be so close to someone you love, knowing neither of you has any choice.
Can you pause it just for a second?
Hurting each other.
I'm genuinely getting bored of this.
Yeah.
Hey, the Lotus Hotel is supposed to draw you in with temptation in general. Those two seem completely unaffected. Grover just arbitrarily forgets his mission. It just, and the whole beyond time and space feel always makes my hackles rise.
They're playing this up like this place is like a massive
it's just
TARDIS.
word salad. So I don't know. It's one of the first ways to piss me off these days. Because it's just code for bad writing.
Yes. It's lazy.
Yep. Insert Ryan Reynolds here.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what parenting is.
Okay, pause for a second. One of the biggest theses that I took from the books in general is that the gods really were genuinely shit parents. Not because they had to be, but because they didn't give a shit.
Right.
And I know Hermes is one of the exceptions in the universe, but that really doesn't help your case, my dude.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It might make more sense in a world where you aren't a total absentee, like for all of their lives. Just saying.
How was this hotel like in the books? Like exactly.
In the books, let's see.
The only frame of reference I have is just from the movies. And from what I remember there, like they didn't even realize they were eating that plant until like 3 days later. So
yeah. Well, in the book, it was more of a metaphor than anything else. Like they didn't actually eat the plant, first of all. And the other thing is, It was supposed to draw, like I said, drew them in with temptation. Like, Grover was drawn in by reverse deer hunter.
Uh-huh.
You know, shooting rednecks instead of shooting the deer. Let's see. Annabeth was drawn in by a architecture simulator.
Okay, I mean that makes sense.
I
It
don't
was like the holodeck
remember
on crack.
how Percy avoided it, but he was the one who noticed shit ain't right.
Right.
And he started to notice that there were people, because what it does is it also freezes you, so you don't age.
Mm-hmm.
So he started seeing people from like the 70s and, you know, a whole bunch of different time periods just walking around. And he eventually just realized something's wrong. And he realized, okay, we've got to go now because we could have lost a lot of time.
Right. A sense of urgency.
In this, I'm not getting that. I'm getting bored.
I don't feel any urgency at all in this.
Yeah, the whole thing is borked.
Yeah.
Visible. Pick his pocket. You picked Hermie's pocket.
Okay,
You
pause.
must be talented. Now.
Okay, I need an alignment check.
Way to have your character, your POC character, Rob's take some keys. So
Also,
DC 75 on percentiles. Go.
so she managed to successfully pick the pocket of the God of Thieves.
she did.
Fuck
That's
you.
my point.
Because he's greater.
She girl bossed it. That's why.
He did.
And I know that they're probably going to be like, oh, he did it on purpose, but...
Oh, yeah. Well,
but
maybe
still.
not. They don't want to take that away from her, so maybe they won't do that.
Want to take a bet on that?
I don't make bets that I know I'm going to lose. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, this whole thing is just... It's both borked and boring. Plus, I haven't gotten a reference to Nico or Bianca yet. Where's my reference to Nico or Bianca?
Yeah, one of them. I don't care which one, but yeah.
For reference, Barber, they show up in the third book.
Uh-huh.
And it turns out that they're children of Hades, but they were born back during World War II.
Oh, okay.
And they haven't aged because they were in the Lotus Hotel.
Because they're in the hotel. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for a reference to them. Anything.
I don't know if we're going to get it.
Yeah, we're kind of running out of time here.
Yeah, we've got about 14 minutes left, so. We'll see.
A quest? That sounds amazing.
Pause it for
But
one more second.
Is it dangerous? It's not a deal breaker. I'm just curious.
Like, that's more or less what they do. They more or less just grab him and start running.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I feel like you kind of should in this moment because, like, you know, time is of the essence. So
time is a factor here. Yeah.
Yeah. God, this is so annoying. Like, I don't even know how to articulate just how bad they're doing this.
Yeah, be that guy. Go on.
Just keep walking. Like,
put all the blame on him and move on.
Exactly. Walk and talk.
Hunting for Penn. Sounds great. No, I mean...
The joke is way overstated its welcome.
I was going to say, isn't this funny? This is a perfect representation of Disney Plus right here.
That I thought my jokes were bad.
It's like, how long are we just going to keep dragging this scene and this joke. Like,
wow. Yeah.
right about now, I'm wishing I'm in the passenger seat replacing her at this very moment.
Strong, you made your father proud.
Okay, pause.
Now,
If the time had elapsed, there would be nuclear winter. They wouldn't pull any punches. They go right for the nuclear option.
Right.
Yeah, Persephone would be a permanent resident of the underworld.
Yeah. So, episode 6.
The movie did it better again.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that just by what I'm watching.
Yeah,
That was awful.
They spent like a quarter of the episode on the
There's nothing else
guy.
to say. Like,
yeah. TC, I think your friend was right there on his summation of the episode.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh man.
like I don't know if either of you have played Final Fantasy VII
No, I haven't.
or not.
I have
But okay, the way that I envisioned this casino when I read the books was kind of like a knockoff of the casino from, I believe it was called wasn't Coast of the Soul, but there was a casino in that game that was probably one of the most aggravating sections of that entire game. Okay, you had to do like chocobo races and all sorts of weird stuff in there, and then like turn that up to 12, and that's what was in my head for like when I read the books for this. This show made this casino look like the dullest place on earth.
It did.
Like South Dakota, or like some mundane place where there's nothing going on that looks more exciting. Like
the thing is, like in the book, you have like they have a giant water slide right down the middle. They have skeet shooting. They have every arcade game ever made.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's
like that's the point.
It's like Dave and Buster's on crack.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to leave that place either.
Yeah,
that's the point. That's how they get you. Like that's how it's supposed to work. Like and they have unlimited. They have an unlimited room card, so like no need for worry about resources.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything is stacked in their face, against them basically by virtue of making them want to stay.
Right.
This just seemed boring. This seemed like a starter hotel in the middle of of Sims Tower when all you have is like the businesses.
Okay, all right. Schitt's Creek looked more exciting than this. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that show or not, but
I have.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay, Schitt's Creek looked more inviting and exciting than this place did.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong.
And I get that the iris messages are through a rainbow, but it just looked like they put a really shitty filter over Luke's face.
It looked like Thor. What was that? That Thor: Love and Thunder. There's like a scene where like he's talking to, I don't know if it's like Hamdell's son, and it's literally the same fucking thing. Like,
yeah,
the same thing. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up, but it's like legitimately the same fucking scene. So
and TC will know exactly what I'm talking about when I say this, but they did my boy dirty. Like there's no mention of him in this at all, and that just annoyed me. You know, because my guy's Nico and nothing.
I was genuinely like really looking forward to just that little tiny Easter egg. It didn't have to be much,
Yeah,
just something.
yeah, just yeah, like they didn't even have to like cast him, for crying out loud.
They could have just said the name Nico in the hotel,
Yeah,
and it would have been better.
Yeah, that was it, by the way. Just
that looks terrifying all on its own.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of bored. I was just bored. And I did not read the books, but from watching the movies, like definitely the movie did it better this fucking episode. Like that's for sure.
Every major event this series has completely botched.
Yeah.
Every one of them, the movie's done it better.
Like this series, like if I hadn't like watched the movies or like if I like I haven't read the books and like just watching this series, like it does not make me want to go and read the books. Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like I don't care to do so.
If we didn't have this channel, I would say stop watching now.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to finish it out just for completeness' sake, but I'm done almost. You know, I've pretty much written it off.
Two episodes left.
Oh joy! Let's see. There's
Shoot. Go ahead.
the next one is Annabeth Does Obedience School. I'm guessing.
Let's see. What's the what we got for the next two? Let's see. We find out the truth, sort of, and the prophecy comes true.
Oh, okay. First time I've gotten the titles wrong. I want that
I
noted.
mean,
It is the one point of pride I have in this.
I was going to say, yeah, really. My gosh, 2 episodes here. Well, they look longer than.
I was going to say we got quite a bit of like TC, your friend said that they cover the whole book, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so we got a fair amount of material left to cover here in 2 episodes. This is going to go back to like serious pacing issues.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the pacing has just definitely been a thing in this series.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why they did only 8 episodes. They should have they stretched it to 10. Like, they should have just done that.
I don't know why they didn't establish that Percy could speak to the zebra.
Yep.
Because I mean, one of his like long-term companions is Blackjack, a Pegasus, who he can talk to because he's the son of Poseidon.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's something. If you're gonna have somebody have a power later, you should establish it as soon as you reasonably can.
I mean, as a writer, I mean, you should. You definitely should.
Well, to be fair, this is Disney. They're just going to pull it out of left field.
And also, what happened to? There's one interaction that happens on the truck when they're in with the animals,
Right.
where it's the three of them talking, and Annabeth, you know, they're trying to basically see like, how is this going to shake out if it comes to war, and Annabeth says, you know, my mom will side with Zeus and da 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 da, but she goes, But essentially, I forget her exact wording, but she essentially says, "I don't care what my mom does. I'm siding with you." And then Kid's response is, "Why?" And her response, "You're my friend, Seaweed Brain. Any more stupid questions?"
Which has she even called him that once yet?
She did. They aped it during the loop phone call scene.
Okay. I must have just missed that. Okay.
I wanted to punch the screen. It was not the right time.
Before you punch the screen, remember to just breathe, okay?
Yeah, I'll give you just breathe.
Oh man. Yeah, I got nothing.
Now, you haven't read the book, so you only know what the movie did. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like the movies are definitely they're not great by any stretch of the imagination, but there were some scenes where, that showed promise. And there weren't a lot of scenes in the movie where I was like bored and just like, I don't know, like there seemed to be more like urgency and agency within the films. Like I'm not really getting that in the
Yeah.
series thus far. Like that's a main thing for me. Like everyone's just kind of like, it's like, oh yeah, like, yeah, there's a big war between the gods. I mean, yeah, we got to stop it. Like, it just seems like so like blasé and like
You
there's
know,
Yeah, it's like next week at Walmart.
yeah.
in the books, how Chiron describes the Master Vault, he says, "This isn't some piece of tinfoil. This is God-level explosives that make the hydrogen bomb look like a firecracker." Like that's the kind of forces you're dealing with.
Yeah.
In this, I don't get that impression at all.
No, not at all. Like it just feels like a Tuesday. Like
Yeah.
like that's how it feels to me. It's like, oh, it's Tuesday. Like, yeah, our dads are gonna be fighting. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't get that. Like, I
I'm
know the
trying.
film.
I'm trying really hard not to make a next time on Dragon Ball Z joke, but it's really hard not to.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the films like they're very limited with the time, so it's like of course it's gonna be hard to put a lot of the source material in it. But I know throughout it, like Percy and Annabelle, like there's always a sense of like we've got to do this now. We can't sit here. We got to keep going. Like there's a big war on the horizon. Like we got to prevent this. Like let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah.
And like I appreciate that. So like I didn't know how it was supposed to be at until talking to you guys and watching this show. And then but like now I really appreciate like what happened in the films and the urgency taking place even more so because of the dynamic and how the scale of the war and what it means.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like in the book, they do a very good job of establishing urgency.
I don't doubt that at all.
Like again, they establish that they're dealing with forces that make a nuclear bomb look like a firecracker.
You know what? I will say this because I'm just now it's dawning on me now. I will say this after watching those films, and they're not great. They made me want to read the books. Like they made me want to be like, you know what? I'm gonna go get the books because I want to actually read.
Yeah,
like,
that's what happened to me too. Yeah.
Some things, what's going on in between the lines, some things that I was like, I know the books probably did a lot better. Like I want to read the books. This show did not do that. It doesn't do that for me. Like it just doesn't do that. And that's all I have to say about that.
It's got CW basic. That's what it is. It's time to talk about our feelings.
Yikes! It does though.
Ouch, TC. That was harsh.
I mean,
is it wrong?
No, I didn't say you were wrong. I just said that
What's
hurt.
that? What's that Anthony Mackie gif? It's like he's out of line, but he's right.
Yeah.
It's true. It's yeah, man.
The only the only scene that I am hoping, and I stress the word hoping, that this show gets right is the Ares fight. And the only reason they could possibly get it right is because that wasn't in the freaking movie.
No, it wasn't. No.
But if anybody's going to screw that up, it's going to be Disney.
I know, like I'm imagining just like this really grand, really gritty, really cool fight scene, and I just don't know if we're gonna get that. I don't know.
Probably not.
That's the only hope I have left, is that they can at least make it look suitably epic.
I don't know, fellas. I don't know. Maybe the last two episodes we'll just watch back to back and just get it done with. just get it over with.
Assuming that we can handle it, sure.
Yeah, that's also true.
Just drag it across the finish line. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Frodo and Mount Doom. Let's just fucking let's do it. Even if it kills us, we're gonna tough it. We're gonna tough it.
I don't think there'll be any eagles to save us.
No, there won't be.
The Eagles are going to be sitting there laughing at him.
Yeah, we'll just have to cast ourselves into the fire at that point.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I mean, unless you guys have anything else, we can wrap it up.
No, I've got nothing. This was a nothing burger.
Yeah. All right. Well, we thank you guys for tuning in. We do ask you to smash that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you guys think. Hit that bell for notifications, share this video out there, and you guys take care.
Bye, everybody.
See you later.